Yeah, I'm rich now.
You ain't have money.
Just kidding. All right, guys, let's go. You guys can bring it in a little bit closer. Greg, taking class? All right. All right, guys. Melissa, you ready? All right, cool. All right. How's everybody feeling after yesterday? Anybody sore? A little sore? Where are you sore the most? Really? Quads. Cool. Legs? Did you do yesterday? Nice. All right, anyways, yesterday we had a lot of squat cleans, all barbell. Monday we had a lot of cardio. Today is gonna be quite different. We're gonna be doing all body weight exercises, and the intensity is gonna look a little bit different. Typically in CrossFit, what we teach, or what you're most gonna experience in a class setting, is what we call complementary movements. And that means when we pair several exercises together, they're gonna be things that don't interfere with one another. So think about like Fran. You have a thruster with the barbell, you're squatting and pressing overhead, and then you have a body weight pull-up. You're pulling in the opposite direction. And you can do these two things really fast with minimal muscular interference. That allows you guys to get the most intensity. So another workout example would be Diane. You're doing deadlifts, pulling from the floor with the barbell, and then you're doing handstand push-ups. Minimal interference, so you can go super fast. Infrequently or less frequently, we talk about doing redundant movements, and that's what you're gonna experience today. Redundancy just means each exercise in the workout is gonna make the next one harder. So today we have JT. It's a classic hero workout, an older workout, and it's the first hero workout. That's crazy. I didn't know that. So you learn something new every day. Coach with the freaking awesome information. So all this, or first hero workout ever. The workout is 3 body weight pressing exercises. It's gonna start with a handstand push-up, then it gets a little easier, you got a ring dip, then it gets a little easier and you have a push-up. The thing is, each of these makes the next one harder. So when you start fresh, the handstand push-ups are gonna go great. Then you're gonna get to the ring dip and your pressing is gonna be tired and they're gonna be a little bit harder. Then you're gonna get to the push-up and they're gonna be even harder. So the intensity today is not necessarily gonna come from a high heart rate or super out of breath, but more so muscular fatigue. So what we want you guys to experience today is a nice upper body pump. You can think of this as a combination of skill work and strength work. And Glassman teaches, or Greg, the guy who started CrossFit, is the best way to develop upper body strength is body weight exercises. So we use weightlifting to develop your hips, core, leg strength, and we use body weight exercises to develop your upper body strength. Questions so far? All right, so the workout, it's 1 round for time, or 4 time, 21 reps of a handstand push-up, 21 ring dips, 21 push-ups, then 15, 15, 15, and then finally 9, 9, 9. You should only be attacking this workout with any sort of aggression if you are really, really, really good at body weight pressing and all of those skills, the handstand push-up, the ring dip, the push-up. Even then, it's gonna be most effective for you to break the handstand push-ups, the ring dips, and the push-ups early and often. What typically happens, even with somebody who's really good at upper body pressing, they crush the handstand push-ups, then they get to the ring dip, they're still crushing it, you're feeling great, and you get to the first set of push-ups, and you're f***ed. It really hits you that soon. So after 21, 20, and you get here, you get 5 push-ups in, you're like, shit, I'm down to doubles. We don't want that to happen. So what I would recommend, if you're attempting to hit the workout RX, sets of 5 to 7 reps max to start. Maybe even sets of 3. Quick sets of 3 could be effective for the entire workout. You do 7 sets of 3 with a little bit of rest, 7 sets of 3, 7 sets of 3, 5 sets of 3 for the second round, 3 sets of 3 for the final round. If you approach it that way, conservative to start and avoiding muscular failure, you'll get the workout done a lot faster than if you start too aggressive. Scaling the workout. What we want before you make any of the movements easier, if you can do the movements, is to just reduce the reps slightly. So instead of 21, 15, 9, say we do 15, 12, 9, or even 12, 9, 6, or even 9, 6, 3. That's gonna be a better approach than just making each movement easier and doing more of them. So if you have some capacity to do a handstand push-up and a ring dip and a push-up, rather you adjust the volume slightly. If you can't, then first way to scale the handstand push-up is by adding a few riser pads, maybe an ab mat to reduce the range of motion. If that's still too challenging, we can do a pike push-up on a box. And if we can't get inverted, we can simply do a dumbbell Z press, which is where you're sitting on the ground, legs straight in front of you, and just strict pressing with dumbbells. With the rings, we can do a low ring dip where your feet are on the ground, kind of like a bench dip, but you're using the rings. If that's too challenging, we can add a band. And then if that's still too challenging, we can do box dips, hands on the box. And then to modify the push-up, we just give yourself an elevated surface, a box, a low barbell, and a rack. Easy day. Any questions so far? All right, we got a lot of time today. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna warm up pretty quickly with bands and then with some static holds. And then we're gonna spend a lot of time working on a kipping handstand push-up and kipping ring dips. So what we're gonna start with, I'm gonna demo with a band. We're gonna do 3 rounds. I'm gonna give you guys like maybe 4 minutes to get through this. We'll do 10 banded pass-throughs, then 10 banded pull-aparts, then we'll step on the band. You'll give me 10 banded high pulls, and then 10 banded strict press. That's gonna burn the shoulders up. We're doing 3 rounds of that. 10, 10, 10, 10. All right, go ahead, start. 10 pass-throughs. It's our Sentinel training, or Train Sentinel on YouTube. Train Sentinel. All right, 30 more seconds, then we're putting the bands away. Start with 10 inchworm push-ups. Feet are gonna be underneath the hips. You're gonna bend over, walk the hands out into a top of a push-up position, perform a push-up, and then walk the hands back up for 10 reps. 10 reps, ready, go. All right, next, all together, we're gonna be on a set of rings. We're gonna do a ring support hold for 10 seconds. So those of us that have got some strict ring dips, we're gonna jump to the top, squeeze the arms straight, keep the rings tight, close to the body for 10 seconds. If you can't do any strict dips, or you can't hold the ring support, we can do a low ring where your foot-assisted ring support. So let's find a set of rings. We're all gonna go together. In about 20 seconds, we'll start. Pin those wrists to your thighs. Keep those hands as close to your body as possible. Elbows nice and straight. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, next, we're gonna kick up to the wall to a handstand push-up hold. When we do this, it's really important that when we kick up, we're focusing on squeezing the arms straight, and the arms are forcefully locked out. You're gonna keep your dominant foot or lead foot in front, arms are gonna be straight. You'll step, swing that opposite foot up and hold. We'll hold for 20 seconds. If we can't kick up to a handstand, start on your stomachs and do a wall walk up to the wall. 1, go. We're gonna move on to a partner ring dip drill. So we're gonna do some practice for the kipping ring dip. Let's everybody circle up. We're gonna go over this to start what the kipping ring dip looks like, what makes it different, and then the drills we're gonna do to practice them. So, if you guys have got some strict ring dips, you both can do strict ring dips. The kipping ring dip, this is gonna make the reps a lot more efficient if you can kip, if you have some strict reps. What challenges most people about this is just the neurological, neuromuscular connection of telling your body what to do and how to do it. The reason it's so challenging is the kip for the ring dip is so different than even a handstand push-up or a pull-up, where you're kicking for a handstand push-up or extending the hip. For a pull-up here, you're flexing everything, so you're pulling your weight up. And that gives people issues. So what you often see is people trying to kick and then press. That's the wrong way to do it. You're trying to pull as much of your body weight up as possible because you're trying to go up. So what's gonna look like is every dip starts at ring support. You're gonna lower with straight legs, drive the knees up, then press. So all of the momentum from me driving my knees up gives you that moment of weightlessness to press out of the dip. So what we're gonna practice to start is we're gonna have our rings set to a height that we can pin the rings in a bottom dip position with my feet on the ground. And the first drill is just gonna be alternating knee drives. So I'm gonna say go, you're gonna drive the knee up, hold for a second. I'll say reset. Go, switch legs, then reset. Go, then reset. What I want you to think about is just driving the knee up as hard as you can, like you're kneeing somebody in the face. You guys can relax, we're not gonna start yet. Allison's probably got another 5 minutes to adjust her rings. Go. Reset, hold at the top, go. Reset, and go. Awesome, and relax. Okay, next drill. It's gonna be the same thing, but this time we're gonna need the strength to hold in the bottom of a dip position. I'm gonna say go. You're gonna drive both knees up. Guys, come around so you can watch. When I say go, you're gonna drive both knees up and you're gonna hold in a tuck position supported by the ring. So it's really important that in this bottom dip position, your shoulders can rest on top of the rings. This gives you almost like, think of it like a front rack position with the barbell. The barbell's resting on the shoulders. Here, your shoulders are resting on the rings. So I'm gonna say go, drive the knees up, hold for a second, and then reset. Ready, and go. Reset. Both knees at the same time, Maris. Go. Nice, Allison. Reset. Now, next one's gonna be a little easier. It's gonna be a little more of a mental drill. we're gonna go back to that single leg knee drive, but this time, once you drive the knee up, you're gonna push off that down foot and press out into the top of a dip. So what it's gonna look like, I'm gonna say go, knee up, press. Go, knee up, then press. I really want you to focus on the 1-2 punch timing of knee up, then jump and press. Knee comes first, then you press, all right? Ready, and go. Nice, Melissa. Reset. Go. Good, Allison. Reset. Go. Nice, Theo. Reset. So here's what we're gonna start with. This drill is gonna teach you guys when to drive the knee up to press out of the dip. So essentially what I'm gonna have Theo do, he's gonna jump to the top position, and I'm gonna say lower. He's gonna lower all the way down with straight legs. I'm gonna be on a knee and I'm gonna give him a target. When I say go, he's gonna drive both of his knees up as hard as he can. When he hits my hands, that's his cue to press. So you can only press once your knees hit my hand. I'm gonna walk you through it slowly. Don't do anything until I tell you to do it. All right, let's go ahead, jump to a ring support. Keep the legs straight, slowly lower to the bottom dip. Keep the legs straight, keep the legs straight. Ready, go, knee. That's awesome, reset. Knee, and relax. So that's great, all right? So you guys partner up with somebody. I want you each to practice 5 reps each. Focus on lowering with straight legs. When your partner says go, knees up. When you hit the hands, then press. Legs straight, legs straight. There you go. Hey, that was pretty good, Greg. Move on, we're gonna be on to handstand push-ups. If you're doing handstand push-ups for the workout, nice, coach. Look at that. All right, if we're doing handstand push-ups for the workout, we're gonna do a 5-minute EMOM of 1 to 3 tempo reps. So here's what we're gonna be practicing. For the handstand push-up, we're gonna lower really slow for 2 to 3 seconds. As soon as your head hits the ground, you're gonna keep pushing through the floor. So 90% of the weight is in your hands, 10% on your head. No resting on your head and neck. You're gonna let your back hit the wall. You're gonna tuck the knees to the chest. You're gonna hold for a second in that tuck position. Then you're gonna explode and press. So what it'll look like, just 1 to 3 reps for practice. You'll kick up, lower, 1, 2, 3. Still pushing through the floor with my hands, butts on the wall, knees to chest, explode, and then kick down, okay? So let's find our spot on the wall. If you need a couple riser pads, jeggings. What are you talking about, these? Slowly lower, then let that butt hit the wall, knees down. Nice, Allison. So try again, scoot your hands back a little bit, that way you don't lose balance on the way down. Hands a little wider and just scoot them back, just a hair. So think about fingertips just on the tape line. Slowly lower, 3, 2, 1, go. Lower, slowly, 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 slowly. Okay, now butt on the wall, knees lower, lower, now kick. Hey, that was great. Yeah. When you get to that tuck position, your legs, your toes were here, dorsiflex. So pull your toes towards your knees, and then you'll feel like heels to the ceiling. Drive your heels to the ceiling. We gotta find your scale or modification for the workout, set that up. We're gonna go in like 3 to 5 minutes. Remember, modify the volume first, then modify the movement. Find 6 with all the assistants. I think that'll be better. Okay. Yeah. So grab like maybe a black band. Okay. Like that one. That's one's probably will give you enough resistance. And just when you loop it over, make sure it's tight and you can get a good bit in. And then just use maybe 2 of those riser pads for the box pike push-ups. And you could even put your knees on the box to make it easier. Melissa, good. Jason, good. All right, guys, going to 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go. Oh! Great job, dude. Hey. Maris, 13:36. Allison. Great job. Jason. And then after a minute each side, doorway stretch, we got to grab a lacrosse ball from the little bucket over here, and we're going to do a minute each side, rolling the delt out.